Alrighty, folks, welcome to the show, and good evening to you all. I am your host, Sam Whitfield, broadcasting live here from NGC Studios for an impromptu uh, Friday stream, as it were. I've been off from the show for the past few days, more than a few days, probably for the last few weeks or so. And why have I been off? Simply put, I've been off because of final exams for school. And believe me, even though I am doing virtual learning now, which I kind of hate, believe it or not, it's just as time consuming, if not more so, when you're a college student and having to learn all this stuff online. Um, it's one of the aspects of COVID and, the whole lockdown thing that I hate the most. There are several things that I dislike about, the state we're in currently, but the virtual learning is probably one of the worst aspects of this whole thing, at least for me personally. And I know that several other um, college students who listen to this podcast feel the same way. Um, but anyway, I want to try and be somewhat positive here tonight, although to be honest, folks, I don't really know what the direction of this stream is going to be. I really don't. This is Sammy's Soapbox, but really I'm just trying to, this was an impromptu stream, so we'll just see where this takes us. So as always, let me see if I still have this down. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at SamW_NGC. Parlor and Gab at Sam Whitfield. Facebook.com/Whitfield Report. TheSamWhitfield.com. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts and all that stuff. Also, streamlabs.com/The Whitfield Report, and other donation links are down in the description if you're on YouTube, and if you're listening on the audio podcast, I have all of the donation links listed on my website, and there should be a link to that page in the podcast. Real quick before we get started, as I mentioned, I was off last week. I was preparing for a group project that was this past week I had to present. I did really well on it, but I had to take last Saturday off. I didn't want to, but school comes first and whatnot. With that being said, someone still donated $5 to my PayPal account last week. It wasn't Streamlabs. It was directly to the PayPal, and they left me a nice message. I don't know if they want to. I don't know if they want me to shout them out. So they didn't specify, so I'm not going to. But let me just say thank you to the person that did that. That was very generous, especially since I didn't have a show or anything last week, and I always appreciate donations. They're not mandatory, um, but they are appreciated, especially, right now with the way things are with, COVID, and no one really knows what the fuck is going on. Um, some people are, uh, financially stable, some people aren't. Um, and even those who are financially stable, money and whatnot with, you know, it's a crazy time right now. And I was I was just very well. I'm grateful that you guys are still able to contribute to the show, and also even if you don't contribute financially, I really appreciate you guys sharing the show and you know telling telling your friends about the show and liking the videos and all of that stuff. That helps just as much as the financial contributions. It really does. And I don't really know where to start with tonight's soapbox. Other than I do want to address something because I've gotten a lot of messages and DMs from people saying that this podcast helps them out, whether it be the Gamma Hug Box or the main Whitfield Report show, just to laugh and to have a good time. And I really appreciate it. Um, there are some people who have messaged me and said, "Boy, it really seems like you have your stuff together." And I appreciate that sentiment, but the truth is this whole COVID thing has been tough for me as well. Um, I've had my I've had my moments of doubt, and this year has been really tough for me emotionally, not just because of COVID, but because of other things in my personal life that I can't really um, I can't really there are certain things that I can't go into right now on my show for personal reasons, but suffice it to say, it has not been an easy year for me. And again, I understand it's not an easy year for anyone, so this isn't me, um, you know, crying and saying, "Woe is me." But for those of you who have reached out to me on Twitter and whatnot and have said that some of you guys are struggling with this, that, or the other thing, I I get it. I struggle with a lot of the same things that some of you guys struggle with. Anxiety, I struggle with at times. Depression, the whole uncertainty of this, you know, wonderful little, uh, country of ours that seems to be going up and down. But I do like to try and keep things positive too, and have a positive mindset, because when you're in a funk, and I have been kind of in a funk the last few weeks, but I guess the best advice I can give you guys is push forward and persevere, and also as Apex points out in the chat. It's a good thing you have friends to call, Sammy. Yeah, that's the other thing. I was going through some shit a few weeks ago, and I actually called Apex and talked to him, sort of IRL on the phone, and that's also important. Is to um have a have people that you can talk to, um that you really trust, and Apex is certainly one of those people I've reached out to. But um, regardless of that, it is important to reach out to people in your life, and even people who you might have. I mean, I'm not saying to reach out to everyone that you've met online, but if you are part of a community like we are, and you feel confident enough to reach out to other people.
Here's your Christmas gift. Merry Christmas, Sam.
Wow, thanks, Fat Kick Boy. No, $12 donation from Fat Kick Boy. Thank you, sir. Uh, very much appreciated, and Merry Christmas to you too. Um, as I was saying though, I think it is important to reach out to people, especially right now with the holidays coming up. Depression does tend to spike during this time of year, and um, unfortunately, the suicide rate always skyrockets during Christmas, which that is one of the things during this whole COVID thing that really you know does baffle me is um everyone wants to talk about the statistics of COVID deaths and whatnot, right? And how many people have died from the virus, right? But yet we've also heard that um suicide is up. We keep hearing that. I keep reading reports about that from various news sources. But yet, will anyone release numbers as to what the estimates are? No. And why not? Well, because I have a couple theories about this, but I think the reason why is because if people if people saw the numbers of if people saw the suicide numbers or the suicide estimates even versus the COVID um, numbers, there's already outrage over the lockdowns. But I think people would, uniformly push against the lockdown because of it. And I mean, I I hate to say it, but it's true. This is another thing that I do. I mean, I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place tonight, but this whole thing with you know, mental health and whatnot, that used to be considered a liberal um talking point for some reason. Mental health used to widely be considered a liberal thing in the political sphere to talk out, and I don't know why that's the case, but I will tell you, I'm glad that people like Davy Crocco and people like Something Reloaded have started talking about that on their channels and their podcasts, because it is an important thing to talk, and I think it's something that we I think it's something that we either talk too much about in a meaningless way, like the way most celebrities do it, or we don't talk about enough. We don't talk about enough in a meaningful way. It always seems to be like really shallow, if that makes sense. Um, but it is something we do need to take into consideration, especially now with COVID. And that's just the simple fact. Again, what are what are the what are the numbers? Now I do want to reassure people that um I'm fine and I'm not I'm not a suicidal type at all. Um that's I've never been that depressed to consider taking my own life. I do know people who have though. And one of the reasons why I guess I bring this thing up is because someone from high school I didn't know super well, but I knew I knew him as an acquaintance. He took his own life around the holidays last year. And for some reason, oh, you know what it was? I saw a picture of him today on Facebook because someone shared like one of those like Facebook memory flashback things. And it made me it made me sad to think that this person isn't with us anymore. But it also made me wonder how many more people are in his position now because of COVID, and maybe they've lost their job. Maybe they're struggling, with other stuff because of COVID. Maybe they're not, in a super supportive family unit. That is one of the things that I'm very blessed to have is a, mostly supportive family as well. So, um, I guess the bottom line, folks, is, at the end of the day, the internet drama stuff and whatnot, the blood sports, it's fun and whatnot, and the politics, but um, I know it sounds rather simple, but at the end of the day, I just encourage people to try and be good to each other as best as possible. And I know this was kind of a heavy beginning to the stream, but this is stuff that I've kind of had on my mind, partially because some of you guys have written to me that some of you guys are struggling with depression and whatnot during the holidays, and I get it. I get where some of you guys are coming from, and I might not have the answer for um, some of you guys, and some of there are lots of things I won't be able to answer. But the one thing I will say is, A, reach out to someone that you trust, and B, the power of prayer, in my experience, if you believe in God like I do, if you believe in Christ, that has helped me tremendously as well. And even if you don't, believing in a higher power and having faith in a higher power is always helpful too, I find. Um, so yeah, I know things are kind of heavy, but I did kind of want to address that just because I have gotten some uh, DMs from people who are feeling discouraged and down. Um, and so, like I said, I really haven't been able to respond to individual messages lately because I've been so busy. So I just figured I would kind of do this broadly, right? Kind of do my little, I guess, Fraser Crane, uh, I'm listening type of motivational speech. That's the other thing is, although I've been busy, I've been binge watching Frasier a bit. Why? Because A, I'm a kid from the '90s, and you know, B, I mean, Frasier and Cheers. Two things about both those shows. A, you could not make. I doubt you could make Frasier today. I know for sure you couldn't make Cheers today because of some of the jokes that they make, which granted aren't bad, but they're politically incorrect. And so you definitely couldn't make Cheers these days, and I doubt you could make Frasier. But so much of TV is crap now, and I know I sound like an old boomer, but most TV is such crap now, especially most of the sitcoms, that I don't know, sometimes it's nice to dive back into the nostalgia of everything. So yeah. So let's see. Let me check the chat. Again, thank you to Fat Cake Boy for the $12 donation. I really appreciate it. Um, Top Feed Coco says that Frasier is his guilty pleasure. That show was brilliant. I feel like I just came out of the closet. Well, I mean, I've I've been an avid Frasier fan of myself for years. I've just never really brought it up until now because I've brought it up on the audio podcast, but I think this is the first time I've acknowledged it on the YouTube side of things. But yeah, someone recommended uh someone recommended Schitt's Creek to me uh a couple weeks ago. A listener recommended Schitt's Creek, and that's good. Um, I've I'm still trying to get into it, but eh, there's something missing. Um, I I don't know. Um, I still have I have tried to go back and rewatch Friends, and I get that it's a culture. I get that it was a culture phenomenon, but I don't. I get the appeal, but I don't at the same time. I think it's a little overrated. Um. So yeah. Yes, Fat Kick Boy, I did see your donation, so thank you for the $12. I think I mentioned you when you donated. So thank you for the Christmas present. So I really appreciated that. And yeah, also to address something that Fat Kick Boy tweeted me earlier, I am going to try and get D Live back up and running. Restream.io, which is what I usually use to broadcast the show to Twitter, YouTube, and Periscope. Restream.io took a crap on me, and last time I tried using it, we weren't actually able to start the stream, and it just kind of froze on me. And so that was a week and a half ago, and I haven't had a chance to fix it yet. So I'll try to this week. Um, Here's one other thing: is I still am in the midst of final exams. Technically, like I got my big project done this past week, but I have one more final exam that I have to take too that I'm not looking forward to. But I do have time to do the show. But as far as like behind the scenes maintenance stuff like the restream, I'm gonna have to wait to do that probably until Thursday, so a week from today. Um, but yeah, I saw that you got me to 52 followers. Um, and thank you, fat kick boy. Yeah, I like D Live. And I like Periscope. I just don't like the technical glitches that they have with it. And for that matter, I don't like YouTube for that same reason. Although this stream right now seems to be doing okay. But alright. Let's see. Today, Apex, did you message me something in? Yes, you did. Let's see. Oh, the USA Today story about why do people deny the seriousness of COVID-19. I might, uh, I'll probably get to that tomorrow, Apex, when you and I are on for the regular show. So I'll place that in the show prep um notes. So anyway, so honestly, in lighter topics though, I really haven't been paying attention to too much of the drama that's been going on with really anyone lately. I've been out of the loop for the past few weeks. Um I assume that there's nothing really special going on, and that uh Ted and Owen and Baked are just being the usual gang of idiots that they usually are. I did see someone tagged me on a few things in the GSK subreddit, but as I said, folks, I've been a little preoccupied, so I haven't had time to check that. And let's see what else is going on in the world. Did I see the titty salad GSK episode, Sam? No, I wanted to watch that.
Oh, what the hell? Colon dot.
Thank you again, Fat Keck Boy. Again, Fat Keck Boy, big donor tonight, $5. So thank you again, Fat Keck Boy. He is, I think he's trying to, I think Fat Keck Boy might be trying to buy, my affection and steal it from Apex Gamma. But no, seriously, Fat Keck Boy, he he's always promoting multiple channels for the community, which is great and awesome and terrific. So Fat Kick Boy is a great guy. He is amazing, and thank you again, sir. So let's see. So the Discord is open, but I am trying to see right now if I can get the Google Voice number to pop up. Google keeps fucking around with Google Voice. Like, you used to be able to make calls, oh my god, I just did this! You need to start. What the hell? I already got a Google Voice number, so I thought. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Yeah, Google Voice keeps resetting everything. Okay. Okay. Oh crap! It's saying my phone is verified with a number. I could renew the Skype number, but I don't want to spend the money if I don't have to. So I was hoping to be able to take phone calls, like actual phone calls. Let me see if my other one will work. Ugh. Stupid Google. Let's see. Can you help my friend Sammy reach his $75 goal? Apex tweets it on Twitter. Nice screen cap there, buddy. Very cool. Let me. But yeah, thanks Apex for helping me get more shekels. I appreciate it. Now let me see if my other Gmail account will work. All right, let's see. Um. Oh, by the way, not that anyone here, I don't think this will be a thing for you guys. Because I know most of you guys are smart and don't have like an Alexa or whatever the Amazon.com device is, whatever their smart speaker is. But if any of you guys do use Amazon or Audible, like for audiobooks, the Whitfield report is now available on Amazon Podcasts. I guess they have a podcast platform now. And I did apply, to be listed in their directory, and I guess we got listed on Amazon Podcasts today. So it's basically it's the same thing as the audio podcast is basically the audio version of the streams. But if that is something you use, we are on Amazon now. Alright, so my other Google number does work, so sorry there, folks. Excuse me. Couldn't hit the dump button fast enough. Anyway, if you would like to call the program, the number is 941-212-0279. Again, that number is 941-212-0279. I'll post that in the let's see. What the hell? I can't make calls. Well, can I receive them? At least. That's the question. Alright. Yeah, let's see what the comments have to say. Google is converged, Sam. Yeah, I know they are. Apex said he'll join me in a minute. Alright, well let me make sure that yeah, I'm in the on air. Let me make sure that my mic appears to be coming in fine on Hangouts, so let's see here. So I just pinned the call-in number to the to the chat if anyone wants to call in. I don't know if this will work because I'm using Safari for my personal Google number, but we can try it. Let's see. I know you did, Scorpio, and I appreciate that, but unfortunately, I can't pin your message to the top of my own live chat, which is stupid because you're a mod and you should be able to. Although, to be fair, like, I think over like 70% of this chat right now is is basically mods. So, you know what? I'm actually glad you guys can't pin messages, come to think of it, because it would be a shit show if you guys could. But no, going back to someone asked if I watched the Titty Salad episode of the GSK review, and I haven't yet because on the evening that stream was premiering, I was rehearsing my presentation that I gave the next day. So, well, Saucin, they're the same. They're the same number. So also, how much of a delay is there? I'm getting more than 7-second delays here on my end of things. Oh yeah, I'm way far behind. Okay, I'm caught up with my own stream here. Someone's in the Discord.
What's up, bro? Long time no talkie.
Not much, broski. What's going on, Apex?
Not a lot, buddy. Just listening to you make the chat all sad for a little bit there. Bumming everybody out.
Well,
watching Fat Keck Boy make it rain. You know, just enjoying the Friday night.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't mean to make the chat sad, or anyone sad, but people for some reason have been writing me like some DMs, and they're some of them are feeling really down. Some of these people are IL friends that message me on Facebook too, and I try and help them when and where I can, but I realize that this is a tough time for everyone, so I was kind of like, you know what, this might be a good topic to address, like on a non-political stream. So
no buddy, I'm right there with you. I was just fucking with you, because I get it, and you do have I mean, what are you supposed to do when people reach out to you, and they respect your opinion and are going through something, even though whether you know them or not. I mean, I've experienced a little of that, but especially in your situation where like it's not just the year but the week. I know you were struggling, which by the way, congratulations on acing the presentation. But yeah, I mean, you got to worry about you too, but get it all in one swipe, publicly. You know what I mean?
The hardest thing for me right now, aside from all the IRL stuff is I have people who are messaging me about, Biden winning the election and potentially being president, even though we still don't know for sure that's a thing. But I never, but if that does happen, people are like, well, what do I do? I'm not sure I want to live under a Biden administration. And
Mm.
it's like, well, I'm not checking out simply because of Biden being the president. That's
Yeah, man. If you're that invested into the politics, I mean, obviously it has, existential consequences. I mean, all politics does. It does and has. It's like the whole kind of the point. Uh, you know, just I don't know. I think the whole black pill shit is really getting on my nerves. And as someone who
it's
you know also struggles with pretty severe long running depression, it's like the shit that I'm seeing now, like just in mass. It's like uh I don't know, man. It's rough.
well,
It's getting under my skin is kind of
well,
what I'm getting at.
thank you, once again for encapsulating what I've been trying to say for the last. No, and I'm not being condescending, but that's exactly what I was trying to say is the constant blackpilling, folks. The vast majority of you guys are terrific out there,
And
and
smarter than that shit,
and
you
are
know.
and are very, and like no one in the YouTube chat really does any of that, but there are some people sometimes that will use the email contact form, and or they'll message me on Twitter or Parler or whatever, and they'll just go on a black pill spree, and that's what and when you guys do that negative stuff, it makes me feel negative too. And so, you know, I hate to say it, but sometimes I ignore that stuff because I can't let it get me down. I know you're
Yeah,
go- I know you're going through
yeah.
stuff, but we're all going through stuff right now. And
Well, and I mean, I don't know. I don't want to like push too hard on it because that's the thing, man. Is everyone's different. This is another like weird phenomenon that I'm seeing, like on both sides of the political spectrum. I mean, in all realms, people assuming a lot about other people. Like very, it seems like people don't really talk to each other anymore. And I realize it's hard to do in a lot of ways, especially shit like politics. I mean, fuck. I mean, there's a lot of hot button issues, and most of that shit's on purpose. Everyone's so fucking wound up. But the point I'm trying to make is everyone is different, and everyone processes things differently. So while I say the black pill shit is, getting under my skin lately, it's the generic, like over like blown, um, you know. And again, even that I have to kind of put some real stock into, at least initially, because you don't know what people are going through, and if they have the mind to reach out to you, or me or anybody for that matter, be it a stranger or an acquaintance or longtime friend. I mean, I feel like people are like giving up on their like the societal responsibility to like you know do unto others kind of thing. Like that sort of philosophy. Like when if you're able to uh, help or just what I mean. I don't know.
yeah, but
It. Go ahead.
yeah, well, the other thing though I've realized though with all of this, and you'll appreciate this. Uh, if I don't know something, or how to help you, or I don't have any clue on what to do with something, I'll tell you I have no idea. I have no advice. I'm see one of my. It's not really a fear, but one thing I've definitely learned from the whole thing with uh Owen.
Yeah, I know. Gotcha.
I
I
hate
gotcha.
I hate saying that man's name, but the but the but the one thing I've that I actually learned from Owen, if anything, was and just from watching him do a terrible job of it was when people would get when people would ask for advice and they genuinely need help, and then he would dole out like the worst advice possible, right? And so that's also like another reason why I'm hesitant, because I don't want to be that guy who, I mean, and I don't think I give stupid advice anyway when I do, but I don't want to be that, grifter, or whatnot.
Well, I
That's
don't. I
not
mean,
me.
I think I think that's a. I don't know, man. Like it's it's easy to. Well, no, it's. I don't. For me, it's not easy to speak. On things that I don't have a lot of. I mean, obviously I can speak about them. I can speculate on fucking anything. I do it all the time, but things I know very little about. But
Having
fuck. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I will say this though, having a family and starting a like a farm, or whatever the hell he's advising people to do isn't going to fix all of your pro isn't going to fix all of your problems. Like
Right, but
there's
I mean, I mean, I guess there's time. What I was trying to say before I fucking lose the point again, was that just because you can't give people specific advice, you can scale back and try to give the best advice you can, or you know, just ignore them. I guess you could do that too.
yeah.
You don't have to help. You know, that's a personal choice. I'm, I'm in no place to give anybody advice on really anything. And I've said that on the show
Not
multiple times, you
n-
know,
not
and somehow I have also been I've been perceived as someone who has their shit together because I apparently sound that way, which
same
floors me. But
same same and
yeah,
same and same. I mean,
well, right. I heard you say that earlier, which is the only reason I'm bringing it up. But I mean, I don't know. I speak confidently about the things I like feel, which is basically all I do. I talk about, uh, you know, my opinion on things, which is
it
basically useless. But you
isn't
know,
isn't that just podcasting in general though? When you get or live streaming, I mean, mostly like in the format that we do, we all talk about like the stuff that we know. I was actually talking with my presentation partner about this the other night because he was asking what it's like to be, a live streamer, and I just told him I talk about what I know, and that's what I do the best. And so like he knows like a lot about, Star Wars and video games and whatnot. So I told him if he wanted to do live stream on that, he should, or whatever. So
chat's calling me full of shit,
I
which I
mean,
am. I mean, I am. That was like the point. Um, yeah, but I don't know, man. I think, especially now, you know, I've used the internet, uh, like I've said, numerous times on the show. Just basically, it's just a big laugh for me. I never really used any social media or anything until Discord, aside from YouTube, obviously. But yeah, I mean, since I've been like using Twitter and Discord, I've made what I consider, internet friends that I've talked to about many things, and I mean, I've made IRL friends out of that. So I haven't met all of them, but
same here. I have met like a few of them though. I've actually met uh I actually met one person who used to work with Andrew Breitbart and my friend Dan Sandini. He used to live in
Mm.
Portland, and then he got beat up by Occupy Wall Street, and so that was kind of how he got, you know, put on the national stage. And now he lives in Florida. I won't say where, but I've actually met up with him
Speaking of
a few.
Florida, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What Florida news do you
Oh,
wanna?
bro, what do you have you seen Representative Anthony Sabatini's fucking Twitter feed? This
Uh,
fucking, let's see, uh, Lake County, Florida, District 32, Captain of the Army National Guard. Uh, Sabatini is the worst person in the Florida legislature, the Orlando Sentinel. That's his like in his bio, but he's tweeting some fucking. Earlier, he was like, "The cases, more cases. Oh my god, the cases." He's like shit posting about fucking COVID and stuff. So I just thought it was,
oh yeah,
you know,
oh yeah,
go
that
ahead.
guy. Well,
Mm,
I will say that I love our that I fucking love our governor Ron
yeah,
DeSantis. I mean that is
yeah. I
that.
mean, you guys got no lockdowns, I mean, you guys are the most American state. Uh, well, except for, well, which one just legalized all the fucking drugs? At Ohio or no, Idaho or something, somewhere over there.
So yeah, something like that. And that's the other thing
Oregon,
is,
I think it was Oregon. It was Oregon,
well, Oregon is kind of a shithole now that,
I think. Anyway, I can't.
and yeah, it was Oregon, but Oregon is also run by Antifa now for all intents and purposes. And as homesick as I can be for Colorado at times, there's no way I'm moving back there, at least for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
A, because of the
Uh,
weather, but B, because they have they have really bad COVID restrictions too. You don't hear about it that much because California's are so absurd, but like Colorado is not that far behind.
yeah. Well, I don't know, man. That article though that I sent you, excuse me, guys, on Discord. Um, I was reading that earlier because it just, Google likes to fucking try and brainwash me and just give me notifications for shit that I have nothing to do with, never read, or a site I've never been to.
Same here.
And the tagline got my attention. Why do so many people, not believe in the coronavirus pandemic? And they asked a sample of like 200 people or some shit. And they broke, they broke the responses down into like three groups of people that were, I mean, totally American, and then people that believe. I mean, basically, they missed the point completely. And I'm actually for the first time ever like writing my thoughts onto paper in the form of a script so that I can make a video about why I don't wear a mask in public. And I mean, I've said a lot of it on the show, but why I think people are getting sick of it. And there's several people that have, more prominent people that have made videos like that, but I
You,
haven't seen one that portrays, like, give that, puts my thoughts out there. And I'm such a scatterbrained fuck. I need to put it on paper if I want it to come out right.
I'm scatterbrained too. I even have bullet points for kind of what I want to talk out, and I'm still scatterbrained somewhat. So, but this brings up an interesting question, Apex, because this occurred to me today too when I was outside talking with a neighbor who is one of us. Kind of
One of us. One of us. But
kind of a conservative ish gamma type, but I d- I don't think, like, no one I know is flat out denying that the coronavirus itself exists. No one is saying that the virus itself is fake, but everyone I know who is reasonable, at least, let me put it that way, everyone is saying that the lockdowns are absurd. And that's it. I've yet to hear someone actually say that the virus is fake. Everyone
Well,
is.
that's the thing is, as I actually have, and I've heard a handful of people, and now how much they actually really believe that. Well, I mean, believe what people. I don't. Anyway, uh, yeah, those people, they exist, and they kind of freak me out because they're the same kind of people. I mean, they get erroneous numbers from fucking wherever their Facebook feed, and you know, form conclusions that are, well, they don't form conclusions, they just parrot conclusions that they've read or seen on a convincing fucking YouTube video or something, or Facebook post or whatever. Um, Smooth brains, they exist all over the place. So there are definitely people that believe like it's entirely a hoax, which that's still up for debate as far as how much of it is a hoax and how much of it is, a credible threat. And that's the part that people are getting wary about at this point, because it's like, real or not, the shit that the public has been fed for this entire year, and the things that they've suggested, demanded we have to do, or millions of people, right off the bat, we're gonna die, and then masks, no masks, fucking face shield. I mean, we've all been through it. We all fucking remember. So, people's instincts are like something's off here. A lot of people's anyway. If not right away, then you know the uh, the short bus is coming around with those people now. I mean, I've had conversations with people as recently as today that a month ago were berating me at work for not wearing my mask proper, or about not wearing my mask properly at work, or one at all in public. Are now have now come back to me like with hat in hand, like, so I kind of get what you're saying now. Like, I don't think, I still think you should be cautious, and like, when am I not? I mean, I'm social distance. I'm not coming to work sick, like you did your whole fucking life before this, and I don't know,
I
man.
I
That's the, go ahead.
I went into I went into a place today without my mask, and they were like,
And
"You."
nobody said shit. Oh, they did. Okay.
Well, at first the employer, whoever, was like, "Sir, you need to be wearing a mask," and I said, "Yeah, I know. I just mine's in the laundry. It's laundry day, so I threw mine in there." And they were like, "Oh, okay. Well, just keep your distance
Yeah.
then," which I always do anyway, because you know me being in the death chair. I mean, in all
Yeah, that thing needs a wide berth.
no, no, in all seriousness, it does. Power wheelchairs are very wide, and so usually, like, I need distance from
Thick.
people anyway. Yeah, so.
Well, I'm proud of you, Sammy. Did you lie, or was your thing actually in the wash?
No, my mask actually was legit in the wash, but
Good, but you still made the decision to go to the store knowing that it was in the wash.
I
So
I mean
I'm proud of you.
I mean I bought like a 3-pack, so I could have. I bought like a 3-pack mask. Actually, no, the spare mask I have, that I usually wear, right here is actually right here. I'm holding it in my hand. So I could have gone all the way back here into my room slash studio to get the spare mask and put it in my pocket, but I didn't have time, so I just you know I winged it, and you know got in my chair, went down to the store, and got what I needed, and came back here. No one died of COVID. So, um,
Hmm.
although
Oh,
it's
am I muted? No. Okay.
no.
I was just reading the chat. Was saying a great report dropped the other day proving mass errors and over testing. Um, yeah, I'm actually in Kevin, Dr. McCarran's Discord as well. I had to mute it. I had to mute it because so many damn notifications. But yeah, yeah.
Yes.
There's a. It's definitely yeah. No, I'm not disputing the fact that there's a virus, dude. Like that's the fact that people are disputing that is what I was, or whether people are disputing that or not is what I was just saying. That those people definitely exist, and I've met them, and they are retards anyway. You know, so
Well,
they.
I think the other thing too is the people. What really pisses me off is that the people are saying that the lockdowns are way out of control, like you and I. We're lumped into the same category as the outright virus deniers.
Well, yeah, that's right, exactly. Um, it's frustrating, dude. You know, because but I mean, I'm not afraid to talk to people about it.
Not
Um, you know, and give my calm uh opinion as you know, still free American as of now.
yep.
You know,
You
and
know,
just kind of remind people what it, you know, how they were fucking raised, and get out of the fucking get off the fear porn.
what is nice too is because I didn't wear a mask today. I didn't have to listen to some liberal bitch about how, oh, you're wearing the American flag. You're wearing the American flag mask. That's that's fucking offensive and a symbol of like of the patriarchy or some shit. Yeah. So
Yeah.
even which again, if I have to wear a mask, that's why I'm gonna wear the American flag. It pisses enough people off to where it's fucking worth it. So
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I get it, man. And there's a lot of people that just genuinely don't have a problem putting it on. They like don't see an issue with it. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't think it's a big deal. You know, they don't have. You know, for whatever reason, they also are. Well, I don't know, man. It's a weird line there because smart people that you know are very American spirited and in their livelihoods, you know, or their just their lives in general, that fall into that category that are like, yeah, I mean, it's for, you know, it doesn't bother me, and it's for the greater good as far as they think, you know, and I'm not smart enough or you know resourced enough to like educate people on the fly, or to even really point them in the right direction because like it's so hard to do independent research these days. But um, fuck, what was the point? Other than you know, I don't know. We're definitely. I think that's kind of circles back to what we were saying a few minutes ago about the people that have, you know, kind of they're starting to heel turn on this shit. They're like, you know, a month or two ago, or even a couple weeks ago, they were on board all this shit, but now they're starting to question, like, well, wait a minute, masks don't work, and the lockdowns don't work, and I heard somebody parroted a rumor. I don't know if this is rumor or not, but they're saying the next stimulus check may require a vaccine certification
yep,
or something like that.
yep,
You heard that too?
I saw that today on Facebook, and
See, and
I
I don't know if that's true. I haven't heard anything about that anywhere else,
I had
other than
I don't know if it's true either, but let me put it this way. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some fucking you know, if there is some like, you know, condition like that basically. I mean, Semper has Semper has said that, and so has Davy Crocco, and you know, they've both said that. Hell, I even said a few months ago that they'll probably like have to incentivize people somehow.
well, shit, fucking Mr. Medicare before he quit streaming, way back in like February or March or something. He he was jokingly giving advice to his chat, like to start a business of like um, certified vaccinated employees to hire out to so that companies could, like, I don't know, what would you call that, like, um somebody that resources people out that are vaccinated, certified vaccinated, to companies that are going to be looking for people that are, quote, fall into that category. And admittedly, Medicare had some shit takes on this stuff pretty early on, but we were watching the Chinese Communist Party, like, fucking stick people into tiny metal boxes with no windows and weld people into their homes and shit like that. So, but anyway, the point though was that yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people saw that the idea of this coming, just maybe not from the boot on the throat angle, more of like a how
I
to prosper after the bubonic plague,
I'd like to,
as we kind of thought it was.
speaking of the CCP, I'd like to take this opportunity to remind people that Biden is basically a pawn of the CCP. So, you know what? Shit, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the people who have been emailing me and are blackpilled, maybe they're fucking right after all. If Biden is CCP controlled, I'm half joking, but in all seriousness,
I'm half joking, but in all seriousness, I'm totally kidding. I mean, I'm totally serious. Wait, what? Anyway,
let's see.
am I still there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Jig says in the chat, I don't mind the mask thing. I wear them at work all the time, but how much helps a virus that isn't contained is kind of dumb. It's too late. We're all gonna get it. Yeah, Jigs. That's the whole thing. Here's the thing.
We knew that back in, like, fucking February. Like, the whole idea was flatten the curve. Remember? Like, we're all gonna get it. We just can't overwhelm the hospitals. And then the hospitals, the fucking nurses making TikTok videos in mass, and nobody was overwhelmed. And now shit's getting overwhelmed because, well, at least that's what they're reporting. I still don't know how much of that's true. That's another reason people don't believe this shit, because people have been lied to. Even the most normie of fucking normies are starting to catch on to, like, well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like, how can I fucking trust anything out of these people's mouths, or from this publication? Or didn't you just say this like 2 weeks ago? And then before that, you said this. You know what I mean? So it's been, you know, I don't know. I mean, I think I don't think America's that weak, though. I think we're dumb, and maybe slow uh, at some things, but I don't think America's definitely not that weak.
Here's the thing.
Like, and I mean the Americans, the people that make America. You know.
Here's the thing. I would not mind the whole, to Jigs's point about he doesn't mind the mask. Here's the thing. I wouldn't mind the masks so much if people weren't so damn uh if people weren't so fucking religious,
Militant. Yeah,
militant.
fucking militant. Well, that's my reasoning for pushing back, because, I mean, realistically, it's not that big of a deal to put a mask on to go in public. Now, I mean, barring certain circumstances, and what we're in is one of them, where I feel like people are being, you know, brainwashed. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm doing more harm than good, inciting, because I've definitely seen that, inciting, such vitriol in people, because they think, or they assume, that I am just a soulless fucking monster that doesn't give a shit about anybody. I mean, again, assuming. Anybody that has had the fucking balls to say, why aren't you wearing a mask, man? I've explained to them exactly why I don't feel it's necessary. And most of them have walked away, well, you should still wear one, man, but whatever, have a good day. Like,
Yeah.
civil conversation between adults just seems like, what the fuck? What even is that anymore?
Well, today was an interesting test because, like I said, I chose not. I I didn't have one, and I also chose not to come back and get my spare, right? And I was kind of expecting, I was expecting some pushback, and to my surprise, not that I didn't get that much pushback. Like I said, I'm getting pushback either because I'm not wearing a mask or because my mask is quote unquote too patriotic, which, again, to those people, fuck you. If I have to wear a mask, I'm going to wear the fucking mask I want to. And that's that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and yeah, that's the other thing. Like you, that sort of reaction is the most troubling, or at least what warrants, like the raise of an eyebrow. It's like, yeah, okay. Um, Tell people they need to worry about other people. You should care and put on a mask in public. Fine, but the fact that you can wear the wrong mask, excuse me, I keep I keep muting. Damn it. Yeah, but to wear the wrong mask, you know what I mean? Like, and the anger that incites, almost equal, if not obviously greater, because as you said, your little experiment today, uh, you got less pushback for no mask than you do for wearing an American flag, which is fucking batshit. Although, I don't think anyone's supposed to wear the American flag, according to the rules, but
I mean, they're
or
not
something like that. I
they're
don't know,
not
something like that.
they're not supposed to wear the actual flag, but I think like flag inspired design stuff is I'll have to look that up. If not, I'll probably wear like a Blue Lives Matter.
Yeah, wait a second. Jigs brings up a good point. Isn't Florida doesn't have mask mandates? I thought,
Florida doesn't, and that's
or is
part
it
of
just bit?
it.
Okay, so
It's
it's just local business or the businesses that are doing it.
yeah, but well,
Okay,
so
yeah, fuck that, man.
yeah, I mean, and usually I wear it just because because I have to for school anyway, and I do go to the hospital for um I do go to the hospital because I get like acupuncture as like a therapy. Um
Yeah,
so and obviously with it being a hospital, like that is the one place where I think wearing masks is actually a good idea. So that I understand, and so that's why I don't have a problem wearing one. But like yeah, um, like fucking Best Buy or whatever is not gonna like their corporate policy may say to wear a mask, but eh, I'm not going to.
yeah. I mean, Best Buy and Guitar Center are the two um, hardest ass about it that I've experienced. And Best Buy, the manager gave in. The fucking greeter at the door eventually called the manager, and I'm like, yeah, I would actually like to speak to him if you're going to tell me that I can't shop here. And he let me go. He let me fucking shop eventually. But the Guitar Center, this fucking fat lesbian bitch, who was the manager, would not like was physically trying to block me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do this. I tried having this conversation, and there's it's policy, reciting shit like a fucking android. And I mean, I work in a similar field, so I understand where she's at. But yeah, I tell every single customer the same thing when they ask me if they need a mask, even though there's signs all out front, and we've got a little place where you can take one if you want. There's, my answer is I can't make you do anything. This is still America. I don't always say that last part, but I can't make you do anything. You can wear one if you like. There's one over there.
Yeah, and
Mm.
that's as it should be. So
Probably, honestly though, I don't know them. I don't know if they'd fire me. Probably not, but I would surely get reprimanded if I said that to the wrong person. Uh, and got snitched out. Maybe not. Who knows? I don't really care though. That's the point. I would argue with them too, because you hired me as a leader, not as a follower. And if I can't, if you don't like my leadership, what the fuck am I doing here?
I got yelled at by a Walmart greeter back in October for not wearing my mask in the store, and I was like,
Mm.
and I was like, and I actually said, you yelling at me isn't going to make me put it on.
Syria's trying to drop some fucking knowledge on how to know if you have COVID, and I'd like to address it so that we can get it out there to the world. If you smell like Wuhan-born bat pee, which is a very distinct smell, you definitely have the Wu flu, the Kung flu. You should quarantine immediately, burn all of your things, and set fire to your hair or something like that. I think I don't know. You have to consult a doctor before enacting any of those measures, but it's from a reputable source.
Uh,
So say not even a chuckle, man. I can't see you, so I don't know when you're laughing.
I no, I'm chuckling. I'm reading
Oh
John.
shit, you got a clip going live. Nice, dude.
I'm reading Johnny's comments too. Yeah, and that's what I want to know, Johnny. How does Sierra know what China bat piss smells like? That's what we want. That's what we want to know. And Apex is muted.
Yeah, I'm coughing.
Oh, and also, um, Johnny is not gonna poke me with needles or anything else.
Well, he already said he would beat you if he was your dad. So mercilessly, I think, or relentlessly, something like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, well, uh, I could make a couple. I could make a couple of jokes, but the well, he 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 would beat me as he loves me. So
That's right. That's the Johnny way. Johnny way.
let's see. Oh, Zero says he really does have the Rona.
Right, and he noticed a peculiar smell, and he started doing some research because he's a smart man. He's a smart robot man, uh, with
I
olfactory senses
I
installed and updated.
he
So
he's Data from Star Trek: The Next Generation. Basically, he's like an android or something. Um.
right. Yeah, talk for a second, Sammy. I got to mute.
Anyway, though, I am I'm thrilled that so many of you have showed up tonight for this impromptu stream. I really am. It's cool. It's been
Hey,
a
bro, and you made $17.
I
Thanks
did.
again, Fat Keg Boy. That was fucking awesome of you. And I don't know. I saw you retweeted it, but I was in my car, and he had said something about in the chat about getting you to your goal, and I'm like, yeah, it's a good idea. So I pulled my little S Pen out, and I was gonna take a little screen grab of your little bar at the top of the stream window, and I happened to catch your face looking up at the bar. I mean, it was like a perfect little. So I tweeted that out. Um, it looks like a meme.
It it
I
it,
don't know.
it does. It does. That's how all the best images of the show turn out. They're all memeable, I have found.
Well, and it was just
Um,
I didn't mean to catch you like that. Like you literally you just slightly
n-
turned your head.
no, I know that's why I'm saying all the best TWR memes are not intentional. So,
Well, yeah. I mean, fuck the screen freezing on the birthday stream.
that
That one will haunt me forever. I
that
hate that picture.
that believe
But
me,
it's funny.
believe me, there are a few ones that people have screenshotted that I'm like fuck me. Why did why did I have to make that face? So,
Yeah, well, we all make stupid faces, and if we could freeze frame real life, I mean, we would have been memeing each other since we were kids, you know.
E Scorpio just DM'd me on Discord and says that the phone number for the show goes straight to voicemail. Good to know. So I'll check on that after the show. That might also be interesting. Like if I can figure out a way to play voicemails on the show, but then again, maybe not with this crowd. I I feel like I would get like a lot of prank voicemails.
Almost certainly.
Let's see though. So let's see. Oh, the one thing that I did see this week, even though I was kind of off, the internet.
Sammy, turn your Google Voice app on. That's what the robot man said.
Let's see. I mean, I guess let me let me see if let me refresh this real quick because I have it in I have it in my browser. The problem is Serial, it won't Google Voice won't work with my browser that I'm in that which is currently Safari. But anyway, um as I was
Sorry, you were saying something. I didn't mean to interrupt you, buddy.
saying, one of the things that I did see in the news that didn't really surprise me is that uh Ellen Page is now fuck it, she's not a dude, but she thinks she's a dude.
She's an attention hungry, you know, goddamn Hollywood star. You know, they're all reacting the same way in their own way, which
She
is
the other thing though is like people were surprised, right? And I'm like
mm-mm.
I'm not because she's always been a little
She
fucking
did it back in like 2014, and like I feel like I made this joke to somebody that she would come out as a tranny and eventually because it was for attention back then, just like it is now. I mean, why does the world need to fucking know that? Even if it is true, who fucking cares? You know?
well
But you know what is funny about that though is I saw the news like everybody else did. It fucking uh, I think that was one of those random goddamn Google things that just popped into my notifications from Twitter, maybe like a Twitter news thing. Uh, and I made some jokes about it. And then one of the people I follow on Twitter, you know, an old fag shit poster lady that's unfortunately used to be affiliated with Ethan Ralph. But yeah, we follow each other and tweet back and forth. She Googled Ellen Page's height, which is 5'1", and like took a screenshot of like the search bar on Google, put it in a Twitter and said LOL manlit. And I commented it like like 6 minutes later or something, because it was early in the morning, drinking my coffee, scrolling through fucking Twitter, and I was like, I mean, I think you saw or at least a version of it, just something about, hey, leave my little bro alone. He's the newest member of the white male patriarchy, fighting for white privilege, and he will be rewarded for his bravery and sacrifice. And her fucking tweet is sitting at like 25,000 likes or something right now, and that was just like 2 days ago. So a legit viral tweet. That my phone was fucking blowing up too. I ended up with like a few hundred, 600 or 700 likes. I got my first what do they call it? The dopamine. Like eventually I turned my fucking notifications off for the tweet, because it's seriously like every 15 seconds my phone was buzzing in my pocket
Yeah,
for
yeah.
days on end.
I've actually had to turn off a few notifications for some people I follow, except for you and and Christian Blatt of the Dennis Miller
Oh, thanks,
option.
Sammy. I have yours on as well. You don't tweet much,
I
or if you do, I don't fucking. Oh yeah, you do. I don't. I just. It's in clusters. Especially you've been busy, so.
yeah, I usually tweet more, and probably I'll be tweeting this weekend. I will say I've started following William Shatner on Twitter. For a guy who is the age of my grandmother, I guess he recently got on, like he's had a Twitter, but I guess like he himself recently took it over, and it's hilarious because it's just him roasting all of these SJWs who are offended because in the old Star Trek episodes, like he's Captain Kirk, and he's like, banging all of these, hot alien chicks, and
Yeah.
all these SJWs are offended about it, and he's just like, I'm he's like, well, I'm William Shatner. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah. There is definitely some pretty hilarious people on Twitter to
I'm
follow.
I mean and
But that
and
go ahead.
I don't even know what his political affiliation is. I just like the fact that he
Yeah, who cares, right?
I just like the fact
As
that
long as
he
he's not.
I just like
Go
the
ahead.
fact that he
Sorry.
kind of counter trolls the trolls. So
Yeah, exactly. If he's not pushing his fucking ideology out there as it should be, like, you're not supposed to really care. You know what I mean? People are allowed to have their, at least they used to be allowed to have their opinions, and political, religious, and otherwise.
mm-hmm.
Just keep them to your fucking self. That's the American way. you know. Um, but yeah, that whole viral thing, it was really interesting to watch the arguments, and a lot of it was fucking shit posters too, but the genuine number of people like expressing hatred and wishing death upon um aid zero on Twitter. I don't know, aid zero, I think it was something like that. I can't even fucking remember. But yeah, they were people were praising her or like defending her. Some SJWs were defending her, being like, no, it's like she's identifying Elliot as a man, but she typed Ellen Page into the search bar, which was in the screenshot. So like the debate and the fuck it, I've never seen anything like it. It was really, really funny. And of course, I poked a few people in there too. But yeah, it's fucking. I understand why people hate Twitter now, but it was just enough of like the chaos for me to be like, oh shit, that was fun. I mean, I get it.
I
Mostly it's just like it's my diary, my open diary of just whatever
yeah, it's
stupid shit that goes through my brain.
yeah, well that's what Twitter for me, Twitter is everything that I didn't get to say on the show. The For me, like when I tweet minus like the newsletter thing, Twitter is pretty much like everything I wasn't able to say on the show, that I wanted
Well,
to. I want to
I
say
think it's
so.
fucking. I think it's doomed, like fucking everything else. As far as like big tech platforms, and I mean, people have, you know, get on Parlor and um, all the other which is alternative platforms is the only way out of it for sure, to at least maintain, if we want to maintain this level of societal interaction, a smooth transition of which. But I would be okay with fucking burning the shit down and giving a little gap between, big tech company, or giant social media, or just social media companies in general. Really assess, you know what I mean? Burn the whole fucking thing down, and let's learn from the mistakes and try again. Take a few years or whatever, you know what I mean? Another decade to do it better or
Well,
whatever. I don't know.
well, hell, Apex, if that happened, people might actually learn how to have
Do
conversations.
something.
No,
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
yeah, how to do something, and also how to have conversations and actually listen to each other and have, you know, differing viewpoints without screaming at each other. So,
Well, yeah, it's for sure. It's another thing that I feel is like really influential on people in real life is, I mean, even people my age, like you know, I mean, I was, well, I mean, I didn't even have a computer till I was like 16 or something, but I'm in I was like a preteen when the internet became a thing and computers started to really, uh, you know, be affordable for households and shit like that. You know what I mean? The whole .com boom and all that shit. But so even my generation in the 30s and shit, even in the 40s, because computers were fucking. Anyway, the point though is
j-
like the generation coming up now, the older, taking over this the the spot as the old folks, um, have lived a lot of their life online too. You know what I mean? The social media is relatively new, but um, there were message boards and there were ways to communicate. AOL Instant Messenger, and I mean, going way back. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that that's had an influence on people's, like, uh, not everybody obviously, but just kind of generally speaking. That's why the Karens and shit that we all get to laugh at, these stupid fucking videos people get of them behaving the way they do in public. Like they're I don't know, they're so accustomed to being able to hit the fucking block button or report button, or do some research and or docs and fucking whatever, you know what I'm saying, like anonymously online. I don't know, I just it's really weird, man, the way some people are acting. But it's just, I feel like it's another one of those things that's over-reported, because I just don't see. I get mostly have gotten just snarky looks at best, and I to which I smile at. I mean, why wouldn't I? I'm not doing. You know, you can have your opinion on me. You're allowed to do that. But I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. It just like everything else, though. I feel like um, you know, we only see we see what we're meant to, and we see a lot of it. This this claim of election fraud is disputed. I like how all the tags went from the AP has, well, actually that one's still floating around too, but the one on everything was the AP has called the election, presidential election for Joe Biden, to now there's like various these claims of fraud or disputed, et cetera, et cetera. But the disclaimers on fucking everything, and everyone's calling President-elect Joe Biden, President-elect Joe Biden from the office of the president-elect. They're just, again, I know I railed about this last time we did a show, but I'm trying to, that's the biggest thing that I'm trying to make people see. And even my fucking liberal friend, believe it or not, he hasn't changed his mind on Trump, but the whole COVID thing, he's been buying that.
hey,
He's been, yeah,
hey, Apex Johnny says,
I'm not.
Apex Apex Johnny says to shut up and watch this video that he sent us. Um,
All right, let's do that. I don't know
in
if I'll have
in
to.
in the chat. Yeah, you might. I don't know if you can. I'll I'll play the video on my end. I've got it queued up.
Well, yeah, you know what? I'll mute my mic and then I'll play the stream. I'll be a little bit behind though.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. And I'll turn up the volume. So. Yeah.
You able to talk?
Can I talk?
Yeah. Can you tell us how it's funny that Apple runs death camps in China?
How it's funny?
Because you're a trendy liberal, right? And like, we're the bad guys. You know, Apple runs death camps. Adler locks everything down but big tech. Do you work for big tech? Are you part of the trendies?
I'm the establishment.
So no, you are. So tell us, where do you work? What do you do?
I work for Google. I'm the hey, don't do that. Don't touch me.
You work for Google?
I'm the CEO of Google.
Yeah. Work for Google? Don't touch you.
I'm the CEO.
Yeah, that's right. What you are is a coward.
I'm the establishment.
Yeah, no, you are the establishment.
I am.
So are you against Uyghur death camps in China?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Your company supports it. Your company supports
So you're against Apple, huh? You against Google?
it. Hey, whoa, man, who made that
I'm
cell phone?
actually not.
Hey, Slade made that cell phone. You can't admit that because you're a bastard. That's what you are. You're weak. I see
Fake
your eyes.
leftist. I bet you love the censorship, don't you?
You can run away all you want. You can lie.
It's fucking funny.
You can lie. There is no ad hominem. He's weak.
Yeah,
He's
but
a
you're
weak
laughing
man.
at us.
You're a weak
You're
man.
laughing at us when the
You are
mayor
a weak
exempts
man.
himself in the rules
man.
and the business is going bankrupt. Think it's a fucking joke? We're under attack. We're under siege. This ain't a fucking game. All right, let's get back in the vehicle.
Wow. That's wow. Yeah,
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter earlier actually. Yeah.
I had not seen that, but Alex is
Did you catch the part where the dude was like, "I'm actually not the CEO of Google," or I don't know what else he said, but he was clearly like he was clearly fucking with Alex Jones. I mean, I don't I don't I don't know.
I
I am the establishment. Like I
I
I
I thought it was hilarious how Alex like pulled his mask off and he's like, "Oh my God, don't."
well, because yeah, he claimed to be somebody. So Alex, let me see your face then, motherfucker. That's right. Because
Yeah.
you know, like I railed about months ago, you used to be not fucking allowed to go places with a mask on because criminals wear masks. Criminals cover their faces.
Exactly. If I wanted to wear my flag mask a few months ago, it like last year it would have been weird because why is this dude wearing a bandana? Uh, you know, in broad daylight. Now it's weird to show your face. I also love how Alex has just embraced the whole like pro wrestling, personality. So
Yeah, no, sorry, Johnny. No, it is fucking hilarious. I had to rewatch it because I had the same reaction. Like, what the fuck is going on? Who is that dude? What are they yelling about? It's amazing. I mean, it's pure Alex Jones, and I approve.
yeah, I will say that the Alex Jones interview on Revenge of the Sith was pretty interesting.
The what? Oh, I didn't actually watch that. I don't give a fuck. I'm sure Alex was fucking. I don't know. Maybe I should watch it, but
he was Alex, so it was. I mean, I'll watch I'll watch basically anything with Alex on it.
hey, good night, Jigs. Thanks for fucking hanging out.
Mostly. But
yeah. I was just about to say something about merch. Oh, but that's in the hug box. Folder.
Well, I mean, we might. I guess it's been a while since we've done a hug box. episode.
Oh yeah, it is Friday. Holy shit! I didn't even think about that. Oh, and you know what? We could still do one because we don't know. We don't do it till 9. If Scorpio wants to join us when he gets off work,
Yeah, I mean
or is able to, or cares to.
I'm down. I'm down for it. I here's the other nice thing about being kind of offline. I haven't paid attention to Big Bird or any of his or any of his exploits for a couple weeks, as Johnny has started referring to him as. So
Referring to him as what?
Johnny, I think either it was a typo or Johnny is trying to be funny, but Johnny has started referring to Owen as Big Bird.
Oh no, he's been doing that for fucking like a couple of years, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did that in I mean around the time I first started my channel, or on his channel in his comment section. I can't remember, but yeah. I'm like, where did that come from? And he's like, I don't know. I just fucking, it's funny because it's it's a fucking stupid yellow bird. Want to buy a poster? Oh man, those are gonna be worth money one day.
A storm wrenches what you fail to understand. In the words of Vox Day, what you fail to understand is, I do want to buy a poster, if nothing else, to support you. But I also like, how am I going to explain that to my folks that I bought like overpriced, wood kindling, basically. I mean, I suppose we could
Shovel.
I suppose we could use them as target practice too, but I don't know. See, the thing of it is like those posters that a Storm Wrenches made a while ago that he keeps referencing, they're really fucking nice posters. And so I like them. And I don't want to I don't want to use them as target practice because they're artwork, but I do at the same time, if that makes sense. Because they're just that good.
Just that good, are they? I don't know if I've ever actually seen them. Because that was before my time.
Yeah, I don't know if we have any screenshots in the current DZ Discord. Oh shit, I've got COVID.
COVID. Artling drew that poster on stream with you guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Johnny said that in the chat.
I think not that you really. I mean, this was before your time. But I'm wondering where Artling is now. Just out of curiosity. I mean, I know that
I'm sure he's doing something.
I know that no one here is really keeping track. But Warfist, what's up, dude?
Warfist in the chat. Hell yeah.
Glad to see.
What's up, dude?
Glad to see ya. But you know who?
Samalama and Gamma Show.
But you know who? But you know who's a really good fucking artist is now, I mean, the man is a complete faggot and a complete homosexual. But evil Eric.
Yeah, that's true. All of the above.
Evil Eric did this logo of one of my show, and it's the best logo I've ever had for the show. Like
Yeah.
Like Evil Eric does professional level, you know, graphics and shit. It's really good. I mean, so okay,
Oh,
Oki's here too. But yeah, man. So what else? What else?
sorry. Go ahead.
What else do you have in any any other big news I missed?
Uh, hmm. Um, no, do you watch Hulu at all? Or do you
I
have Hulu?
I I do. I have the ad version of Hulu, but still.
Yeah, right. That's the one I'm currently watching as well. But I've been watching this show called The Sun, Son, with stars Pierce Brosnan, and it's like a early 1900s oil tycoon story, and
Oh
it's
yeah,
pretty good.
yeah.
I started watching it with my roommate. It's from AMC. But anyway, as I've been watching it, as I just said, it's the ad fucking version, and there's this Diet Coke ad that comes on that I want to make like some kind of video about, or like I just it's really fucking bothered me to the point I had to
Yep.
go on this. Go ahead.
I know which one you're talking about
You
because
do, yeah, the one that's encouraging boys to be like their moms, you know, kind of. I mean, basically,
yeah,
that's effectively what it like the
it's
message that it sends.
yeah.
With
Uh,
Diet Coke, what are you, my mom? And then a fucking 2 minute ad of, well, your mom, you wanted to dress like your mom, and you fucking wanted to be like your mom, and your mom is awesome. I mean, you know what? Moms generally, well, generally are fucking awesome, but like the message that they're trying to send is like, you always wanted to be like your mom, and you should want to be like your mom. So why wouldn't you be like your mom? Drink this fucking poison.
yeah, yeah, which that's not my mom at all. My mom told me to man the fuck up when I was, when I was a teenager and doing, you know,
Semantics analysis of the
procrastinating
word grifter.
or
Hmm. I'm reading chat. Logo Supreme BS says, has the semantics analysis of the word grifter started yet? I'm not sure who that is.
we I mean we've done a few episodes of the podcast like trying to define what a grifter is, if that's what you mean. Um
Uh, Perhaps.
so
Oh, Bruce City just posted her fucking her badass Pog collection video. I was
you,
worried it was a. I mean, what?
you and Brew have been making some awesome videos together lately.
I thought so. I think so. Yeah, they're. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, yeah, sauce and like that's. I want to like fucking actually make another shitty screen recorded video if I can find it, like the ad off of Hulu. Um, and do my stupid DU recorder. I want to fucking rant about that shit because it's egregious. I mean, it's not like it doesn't. It's trying to play it as a.
I
I mean,
can
I don't know. It seems playful. Uh,
you can probably find the actual ad on YouTube, right?
hmm
If you search like
You're right.
Diet Coke or
Yeah,
something.
Diet Coke Hulu ad. Diet Coke be like your mom or some shit. Um, but yeah, no. Like I actually wanted
I
to
feel like that should actually be their new tagline. Actually, come to think of it,
Diet Coke be like your mom. You
yeah.
know what? That's a good tweet.
I actually I actually I actually gave a friend I actually gave one of my friends shit on a road trip once for drinking Diet Coke. I'm like, what are you? Are you turning into your girlfriend now? And I'm like, this is why Coke Zero exists for guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ad blockers are nice, Warfist, but there are some websites that you can't use if you have them enabled, and mine is a pain in the ass to disable. So,
What the hell is going on in the chat? Shit. Oh boy. Oh, let me see these deleted messages here. What
John,
dictionary are we using for the political grifter definition? PhD Apex, dude. Well, I don't currently own a dictionary, so the one stored in my brain, motherfucker.
and why are we even discussing that right now? This is the hug box, at least not for another 2 hours.
Yeah, assuming we are going to do that.
Well, I mean, we always could start another stream and then just, screw
Well, I'm
off.
just saying we Scorpio's typically part of the hug box, so
Yeah.
yeah. Office of the president-elect isn't an office. Shovel, is it? I'm pretty sure it's not an actual office, like a position. Is it?
By the
Right?
way, speaking of president-elect, I feel really confident in a president that has in a potential world leader that has a broken foot. Don't you?
Wait, say that again?
Did you see Biden came out like in a full fucking leg cast? Like
No, I didn't, but I saw him walk out of the hospital.
Yeah. He broke his leg or something.
Oh. Oh. Office of the president-elect, Johnny. That's my bad. I ruined the joke. Damn it. Yeah, no, I didn't see the actual cast, but I saw like the video of him walking out of the hospital, and it didn't look like he was laboring that much. But I mean, the dude's fucking 1,000 years old. I'm pretty sure he's exhausted that baby blood that he, consumes to stay alive.
The guy can barely fucking walk.
He lost his other moon boot. Well, I mean, if you remember, the libtards made a big to do about Trump slowly walking down that ramp at what was that, West Point or something?
Mm-hmm.
You remember he like shuffled down, and his explanation made perfect sense to me. I mean, he does wear fancy ass shoes that don't have any kind of grip.
Dude, they made a big deal about him eating at McDonald's, and that was gonna.
My master's is in Bader's, actually. Sebast.
Well, you know what, Apex? In all my years of doing a podcast, I have found that everyone loves a good masturbate.
Oh boy. I mean, it's basically what the internet is. Right?
I've masturbated on so many issues over the years on this show. I've masturbated about gun control. Oh
yeah. Room wax, bro. That's what we do here.
Oh. The shit I would love to show on stream if we weren't on YouTube. And
Whoa. That's for the OnlyFans, buddy.
Well, well, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about oh, what's her face? I'm blanking. I'm blanking on the name. Who 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 did I mention to you last week? The the Trump supporting porn star.
Oh, shit, that was a couple weeks ago, buddy. Shit. Hmm. I cannot remember, dude. Chat, help us out.
Well, that
Political grifter porn star. Fuck.
Jolly will probably fucking know. I'm 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 assuming.
Damn, dude. Seriously, drawn a blank. The right wing, the Trump supporting, or the Trump grifter, conservative grifter porn star.
Let me
Prominent one.
let me look it up on GS. Let me look it up on Reddit real quick. It will be on Reddit. Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure you could just Google fucking
Sam does it while
right
in,
wing.
Sam Warpus says Sam does it while in Zoom conferences, which that is correct. I had to masturbate about a budget for a business project I was doing last week. That's why it was so stressful. I was masturbating.
Yeah, Mercedes.
No,
Sabat.
not Mercedes. Oh, Brandy Love. That's who I was thinking of.
Oh, okay. Brandy Love.
Thinking of. Yeah, yeah. For some reason though, I don't even know if Mercedes Carrera supports Trump though. Well, she's in prison now, so that's irrelevant. But
Yeah, why were we trying to remember that for fucking 2 whole minutes? You were gonna bring
uh,
her up for some reason.
I don't know. Just someone mentioned one of the chat people said something about yeah, someone in the chat mentioned something, and then
Chat's lit up tonight, huh, buddy?
Sam, should we Patriots trust Breitbart or OANN? Well, folks, I can't answer that for you. But you know what you should trust? You should trust NGC TV, Next Gen Conservative TV. In other words, you should trust Apex and I and what we're saying.
don't, please don't say that. Oh no, no. You can trust that I'm retarded because I say that repeatedly, and that I have very little insight into anything outside of internet shit and fucking how to not kill yourself and stuff like that.
Yeah. Let's see.
Croc over Nightwave, Jesus Christ.
Oh. Well,
Well, let me put it this way. I have not found a well, no, I've not
cr-
found a compelling enough reason to make fun of Krakow because mostly I just haven't watched enough of him. Um,
I will say Crocco's been good to me. So
yeah,
for for
yeah,
that
he's always exactly.
for,
He seems like a nicer person,
yeah.
perhaps a better person. I don't know that for sure, but just based on his thumbless.
He,
I don't even know. Like he, never mind.
Davey has not said fuck John Arcade and has not
Well,
and has
yeah.
not and has not
Go ahead.
harassed people in my chat before either. So
Well, not to mention the whole Alan Powell thing. That was my big thing because
yeah,
people are who they are, but like when people show you their true colors, or when people tell you who they are, you should listen the first time. And that was you know before that, I just saw him as a fucking idiot that basically doing what I'm doing now, just fucking talking his shit and trying to make money off of it. Except I'm not doing that. I'm trying to make you money. And talking to, I mean, I don't mind. I like doing it. It's fun.
some
Um,
someone was saying that Mersh was, I guess, talking like handicapped people or something like a few weeks ago on Nightwave. I really don't care. I mean, unless he mentioned me like, directly by name, and even then, even then, I'm meh. People have talked shit about me before, so let's see.
I didn't think I was ever on Davey's show,
Uh,
unless it was me and Johnny talking somewhere else that Davey had clipped. Because I don't think I've ever been on Davey's show.
I have, and I know Johnny has.
Yeah, Johnny. Yeah, you guys have, but yeah, I mean, again, I'm
So
nobody.
so is Scorpio.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Sirio. Merch talking about handicapped people? You mean he was telling his life story? Oh, shit. Um, but guys, they got
Oh,
they got Alex Jones on. Yeah,
thanks, Ball Boy.
well, I've had famous people on the show too.
Yeah, that's a fact. And one day, all these episodes will be clipped together at my funeral as the greatest thing I ever did.
You know, you know what? That is something that I've thought of on occasion. Like when I'm really old and like the potential for our internet stuff to like live on, you know, to be here forever. If it doesn't gets censored and stuff like that's a real thing.
Right.
Um. Sam, how many political grifters like Glenn Beck have left an emotional scar? Um, uh, I mean, I wouldn't say it was like an emotional scar. Uh, I would just say it was kind of like I said. I was a teenager when I met Glenn Beck, so at that point, I just realized that the people who you think are you know
Play his fuck up too, man. Play his fuck up too.
yeah, well, and
You know.
Well, and then, you realize that the people that you think are cool as teenagers aren't. They're flawed like everyone else. So, and in the case of Glenn Beck, he went never Trump, and then he went for Trump. So, and now I don't know what he's doing.
Well, I mean, I think the leaving the scars part you could chalk up to hyperbolic, trying to, it's, ankle biting. Sabbath or whoever, whatever the fuck their name is doing a good job there. They're trying anyway. But the I think the point though is how many political grifters can you count off the top of your head that have like tricked you in some way? You know what I mean? Or like that you believed at some point or had faith in that have fucking proven to be grifters. Because I mean, basically the internet is full of them.
My
That's basically
well, my Milo. I will say that Milo was the big one for me because when Milo first came onto the scene, I was a fan of his because I like the idea of like a gay flamboyant conservative to rub in people's faces of like, oh well, we have flamboyant gays too on the right. So, and then Milo just became an absolute character of himself. Um, for some reason, people thought I liked Sean Hannity for some reason, but I've always thought that Sean Hannity was annoying. So,
yeah, there you go. So who the biggest LARPers, Antifa, Proud Boys, or the DZ? And I say the DZ because the DZ does everything better.
I mean, so, uh, I mean, people think that the DZ is a LARP, right? But the truth is, the DZ was the one who broke all the Owen stuff.
The difference between the DZ and the Gamma Secret Kings is they had a target, they reached it, um, and have since, not sought any, further, you know, they were, I mean, they just don't care. I was asked at one point in a Discord that, is neither of ours,
But
which
that
I was loyal to,
but that
and ultimately
but that
I
were
said I
both
was the
him.
bastard. Yeah, that I was the bastard child of both. And then I was asked if I thought the DZ got enough credit, like publicly, for the the fucking absolute destruction. I mean, Owen would not be what he is right now if it weren't for the DZ and all the Nimmer shit, including, uh, Chuck, obviously the FOIA Act and all that shit. But they just didn't give a fuck after that. They're not looking for attention. They don't care. You know. So yeah, I was like, probably not, but I don't think I could ask them all, and they would probably tell me they don't give a shit. Actually, I know they don't. So
If anything, say best, Owen was a fan of us. That was how it was. Owen was a fan of the DZ. And as Johnny said, we did try and stay out of the spotlight.
well, the DZ. I mean, I don't know that I'm qualified to. Um, yeah,
You're
nice try.
you're the bastard son, Apex.
I'm the bastard child.
That still qualifies you, at least in my view.
Well, I don't remember what I was going to say now. I
Mm.
mean, yeah, fuck, what was I about to say? It doesn't matter. Whatever. Um, yeah. All right, let me get back to the chat here.
I think I know who this is, by the way, in the chat. And you know, look,
I mean, but dude, I do that. I mean, I go fucking shit talk people. It really doesn't bother me. I mean, I kind of welcome it.
what I want
Speaking.
to know is what's the point of shit talking the DZ? That's
Well, because they're LARPers, you know. They because in this chat, in your chat, of which we are a group which we belong to with them, they come in and have fun like we have always done, and people see it as that they fail to recognize the shit posting. They fail to recognize their own buttons being pushed, so they come in here and try to, you know, push buttons.
okay.
And it's funny. It's funny that the shit, you know, I've seen things floating elsewhere around the interwebs, you know, regarding the DZ, and nobody cares. Nobody in there cares
What?
because they don't go there.
Let me
You know what I mean?
let me also clarify something though too. This people think that this is a DZ show or that this is a a Gamma Secret King show, the Whitfield Report. Um, this is so my internet cult, if you want to think of it that way, is the Savage Express. So the Whitfield Report is a Savage Express show. I've had this podcast long before the DZ and long before the GSK even existed. So it's funny that these two groups are trying to claim the show, are trying to claim my show as their entities when, as Zenit Ford points out, they're separate entities.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So, I mean, both
we are part of that. Like you especially are part of that group that holds, you know, I mean, effectively Owen's fake, you know, the original. I mean, the facade that he was holding up. You got like you hold that scalp or you hold that severed head, bearing his, you know, resemblance. So I mean, it's no different than the Gamma thing. Like, you know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that nobody from DZ is trying to claim your show, as far as I know.
no.
And nobody from GSK is trying to claim your show either, though. You know, Scorpio is Scorpio. I mean, not that I'm aware of, anyway.
No.
Right.
But
so it's
people have asked, are you? Let me put it this way: people have asked, are you JSK or are you DZ? And it's like, well, both. And also, yeah. I'm an individualist, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's no different than like, or it kind of reminds me rather of you know, being friends with different cliques or having friends in different cliques, like in high school or whatever.
Exactly.
Like the jocks would be like, "You're fucking friends with that dude, that fucking nerd, that, you know, looks like a nerd and dresses like a nerd and is smart and shit, but, you know, if you is actually listens to fucking death metal and picturing one individual actually." But anyway, so, you know, same kind of thing.
It's okay, Apex.
Who the fuck cares?
That's
who the fuck cares? That's my first boyfriend. Yeah, you got it.
That's exactly what that's exactly how I was in high school. So.
Well.
I mean, I dressed nerdy. I kind of dressed like this back in high school, but I was also, you know, listening to, you know, metal and grunge music, and then I would also listen to classical and jazz. Like what do you want from me? My music tastes are
Well, yeah,
my
I wouldn't have judged you, but the point though is like, there's like, what do you call them? Like societal norms, and with the internet, like cliques are formed in much smaller groups and in way greater quantity. So I don't know. I feel like it's part of why people are so fucking militant in a lot of ways, because
I
they have
mean,
their little bubble. The hug boxes exist in such great quantity. You know, I mean, basically anybody that uses any kind of social media, they're in a Facebook group, or they're in a fucking Discord, or what I'm saying? Same kind of idea. And then, you know, opinions are formed based on other people's opinions in the group. And, you don't, there's no reason to do research because it's your group. And that's what the consensus is, because it's what it is. You know what I mean? I feel like it's that sort of thing. Maybe somewhere on that level.
I'm I love Johnny. I'm going to the parking lot to smoke. Fuck school. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Right
in
on.
in all
I
seriousness,
just went to the bathroom though, in the drama hall.
in all seriousness though, the internet really has brought the high school experience, like, of all that drama and shit to the larger world. Sadly.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
I'm not sure who falls for political grifters necessarily. Um,
I mean, anyone.
well, I suppose anyone that believes any politician, like ever. I mean, as far as history shows, could fall into that category, right?
Definitely. Um, anyway, though. Well, I mean, I think this would be a good place to you know, I can't really think of any other topics to bring up until the hug box, if we do one tonight. So, anything else you want to bring up, Apex?
No, no, sorry, buddy. I was using the restroom. No, it's a good place to hang it up, because if we do a show with Scorps, then we've got some time to figure out what the fuck it's going to be about.
Yep. And I'd like to get this.
Anyway, thanks for the half-hearted trolls, or troll with, number of alt accounts. I appreciate the resistance. It's good for the soul.
Yeah, and I really appreciate the fact that you guys popped on for an impromptu stream like that. That's pretty cool. All right, folks. If we do have a hug box tonight, we'll let you know. That'll probably be around 10 p.m. Eastern, and if not, Apex and I will see you tomorrow for the Whitfield report. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and God bless and God save this great nation. God, freedom, legacy, in that order. Thanks for watching.